Ever been on a perfectly delightful date and completely unable to enjoy it because you're busy scanning for red flags, cracks, or whatever's going to keep you up at 3 a.m. wondering if you missed something? Yeah, let's talk about that because somewhere along the way, a whole lot of us started confusing effort with struggle and peace with danger. So today we're clearing that all up. If that's at all interesting or intriguing, you need it desperately, I hope you'll stick around because that's what's on the agenda. Dating isn't supposed to be magical on contact. It's not once upon a time and then boom, matching sweaters and shared Spotify playlists. It's a process, one where you meet a few people who aren't quite as right. And that's not failure, that's information. You're supposed to go on some awkward dates. You're supposed to feel a little confused sometimes. That's how you fine-tune your compass, your dating compass. That's how you start to spot the difference between attraction and alignment. Between, wow, I think we really click, and wow, I think this could actually work. When it's going well, even with somebody who's not your person, it still feels respectful. You leave feeling seen, even if it's not a match. And when you do meet the right person, you're not starting from scratch. You've practiced. You've learned what healthy feels like. So yeah, a little friction in the finding is normal. A little effort, a little patience. But once it clicks, once the fit is right, that's when things get smoother. Let's get specific here. Relationships take work is true. But early relationships should not feel like high maintenance projects. If you're only 6 weeks in and you're already negotiating deal breakers or working through repeated miscommunications or constantly checking in because you don't feel secure, no, that's not bonding, that's burnout. Work this early often shows up as you over-explaining yourself, or trying to be less of who you are so that they feel more comfortable, or solving problems that you shouldn't even be dealing with yet, like how to navigate their emotional availability or why they only call you after 10 p.m. And I want to be clear, if it's the right person, the early days should feel really light, safe, curious, not at all like walking a tightrope in a windstorm. A healthy relationship builds slowly and naturally, and you're learning each other, yeah, but you're not constantly managing each other. And if you're exhausted trying to make it work in month 2 or 3 or 6, no, that's not a relationship. That's an unpaid internship. You know those red velvet ropes at a club or a restaurant? I once found myself on the classy side of that divider and immediately proved that I didn't belong. I tried to casually hop over it on my way to the ladies' room and instead, full body, full marble floor, faceplant. A lovely gentleman scraped me up off the floor, and I did what any respectable woman would do. I flipped my hair like Miss Piggy, and I pretended it was all part of the plan, and I kept on moving. That's pretty much the vibe around here, too. If you can pop back up, dust yourself off, and hobble off with a belly laugh, then you're definitely in the right place. And channel membership is meant for you. There's a button down there. No, down here. There. Right to the left? No, too far left. So here's where the good work lives. Real relationship work doesn't come in like a wrecking ball. I love the song, but that's not life. It's not about fixing major dysfunction or surviving chaos. It's maintenance. It's daily choice. It's staying thoughtful when life gets loud. And it looks like remembering that just because you love somebody doesn't mean they can read your mind. It looks like asking better questions instead of jumping to conclusion. It's knowing your partner's love language if you believe in that kind of a thing. And actually maybe using it when they've had a hard day and you know something's going to make them feel better. You try to be in a romantic mood, and that's sometimes work. That's emotional presence. making time when you're tired, saying, that didn't come out right. Sorry, can I try again when your tone was off? It's repairing small hurts before they turn into big hurts or resentments. That kind of work, that's what deepens things and builds trust. But if it feels like you're building something with someone, you're not, there shouldn't be the feeling of constantly recovering from something. It's just learning how to be on the same page and support each other. Now let's flip it, because I've had people say, it just feels so easy. Maybe it's too easy. Or there's no drama. Maybe I'm missing something. That's not a red flag. That's your nervous system going, hey, where's the chaos that we trained for? If you're used to inconsistent affection, if you were raised around tension, or if your past relationships were full of highs and lows, then calm might just feel suspicious to you. But it's not boring. It's not. It's secure. And when it's going well, then you are allowed to stop questioning if they like you. You just have to know that they do. You're not constantly proving your worth. You're not decoding text like it's a spy thriller. You're just enjoying each other's company and growing together in your comfort as well. And yeah, that can be easy. And don't confuse easy with effortless, because it still requires showing up and communicating and being a grown-up. But it doesn't feel like suffering. Peace is not a sign that something's missing. It's a sign that something's working. And if you're not used to that, then you might still have some work to do. And that's okay. So yeah, dating takes some energy. And yeah, real relationships take some effort. But there's a difference between building something together and dragging something broken across the finish line. You know what I mean? In the beginning, don't overwork it. If you're constantly trying to fix something or decode it or recover it or rebuild in the first few months, you got to take a pause and step back, because this is probably not a relationship that you want to continue with. That might be just a lesson. This relationship could just be a lesson of what you don't want in your life. And that's fair. That's valid. And that is valuable, right? Dating isn't just about finding what you want. It's about finding out what you don't want and what you can't live with. It's about your boundaries. But if you find someone where it flows, where the connection is mutual and steady and safe, don't talk yourself out of it because it's unfamiliar. Healthy love should feel like something you want to maintain, not something you're surviving. All right. I think I got the point across. I hope so. I hope you found it interesting or helpful. If you did, you might want to check out this episode here. Also, don't forget to give Mom the thumbs up. She says it's her only form of cardio these days. And don't forget to subscribe, because commitment issues shouldn't apply here. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. And until next time, have a good one.